Okay, welcome again to our junior class. So today we are gonna study some fun things. So it might be fun, and you might use this kind of sentences a lot during your talking, during your speaking, during your writing. But probably you have used them, and you didn't notice that you used such a kind of sentences. So before we go to the new title, here are some sentences. I want you to read these sentences. Do open your notebook. Do open your notebook. I did give you homework. Where are yours? I did give you homework. Where are yours? She does ignore the classes. She does ignore the classes. You do repeat your mistakes. You do repeat your mistakes. So I want you to tell me, what do these sentences show? Can you tell me? Do open your notebook. So we could say open your notebook. Why we use do before that? Or here, I did give you homework. So we started that in past simple tense. We don't use did as a helping verb here. So probably did here gave us different meaning. And here, she does ignore the classes. Says, look at does. So why we use does here? So we could say she ignores the classes. Or we could say here, you repeat your mistakes. Why we use do here? Because we said that in present simple tense, we don't use do, does, anything like that. So can you tell me why we use them? Is there anyone to tell me? No, it's okay, it's okay. I'll tell you. These all sentences shows that emphasis. Emphasis. When we want to emphasize on a sentence, on a things, where we want to reject something, we want to defend from something or someone, we use what? Emphatic sentences. Vivian, look at these examples. All these words that are used here, all these words that are used here, and they are highlighted yellow, they all are used to show what? To show emphasis. Do you know emphasis means what? It means ta'keed. We stress on these words to show that we want to make a strong statement. We want to make it a strong and emphasis. Do open your notebook. It means more is stronger than must. It means you must open your notebook. Do open your notebook. Do come on time in the classes. Do bring your homework. It means you have to do that. It is a very strong order. We put emphasis at the beginning of the sentences. Here, I did give you homework. Did. Here is used to show what? Emphasis. She does ignore the classes. It also, we are somehow unhappy about that, and we say she does ignore the classes. She does ignore the classes. You do repeat your mistakes. So we are so unhappy and nervous. We say, you do repeat your homework. You do repeat your mistakes. So just to show emphasis, we use emphatic do. And here, we will win one day the game. Look at here. It is nothing else. It is helping verb. We will win one day the game. But when we pronounce it differently. In normal situation, we say we will win one day the game. But when we want to change it to emphasis or emphatic sentence, we say we will win one day the game, or we will win one day the game. So we just put emphasis on the what? We put the stress, or we stressed the will, the word will. Or the last sentences, you should not speak Farsi in English classes. You should not speak Farsi in the class, in English classes. So we put a stress on what? On should. So we, while we are pronouncing them or telling them, so we should bring or put a stress on the word that shows emphasis. Okay, so today we are studying emphatic mood, emphatic sentences, or emphatic do. We can put different name for them. One of them is enough, but some people use emphatic mood, some people use emphatic sentence, some people say emphatic do. Okay, so we say a sentence in which is a strong emphasis and is used for urgent defense. It's called emphatic mood. When you want to show your strong emphasis, you have to use what? Emphatic mood, emphatic sentences. Or when you want to have an urgent defense, so you defend from someone, it also you have to use that emphatic mood or emphatic sentences. Look at these examples again here. So we can use in different tenses, like this one. Why are not you going to the party? So it's a question. So now we are trying to defend. But I'm going to the party. I am going to the party. So we put a stress on the word that is underlined here. I am going to the party. The next example, I can't go to this one, but I am going to the next one. I am going to the next one. So it is present continuous tense, but we just put a stress while we are speaking, while we are telling. We put a stress on the am. I am going to the one next week. So in writing, sometimes we can't recognize that it is emphatic mood or no. But while we are telling or speaking, so during the talking, you might probably put a stress on the word that you want to show emphasis on them. Or in present perfect tense, you say, you have not tidied your room. I have tidied it. I have tidied it. Or I say, you have not done your homework, and you're trying to defend from yourself, you say, I have done. I have done. So you put a stress on that, on have. I have done. Or here example, I know, but I have put my clothes away. I know, but I have put my clothes away. Or you can make it by modal auxiliary verb. You know, modal auxiliary verb like will, would, shall, should, can, could, may, might. So it's kind of different kinds of modal auxiliary verbs. So you can use those kinds of modal also to show emphasis here. Is it because you can't dance? But I can dance. I can dance. So you just put a stress on the can. I can dance. Just look. I can't dance the paso double, but I can dance the tango. So this is different kind of dancing, tango and paso double. I don't know what kind of dancing is that. Okay, now we are gonna study 6 ways to make emphatic sentences. 5, 6 ways to make emphatic sentences. What are those 6 ways? Here, number 1. We use this structure to make emphatic sentence. We use do, verb plus object plus dot. Remember, we have in one category, we have two kinds of verbs. One is verb, and the second one is full infinitive. Verb is the form of verb which there is nothing before verb or after verb. Like there is no second form of the verb, ing form of the verb, or third form of the verb. There is only verb without S-E-S-D-E-D-I-N-G. It's called what? Bare verb. And full infinitive is what? When we use to before the verb, like bare verb is like what? Speak. Speak. And full infinitive or full verb is what? To speak. When we use to before the verb, it's called to speak. But today, the structure says what? Do. When you want to make example for the to show emphasis, you first use do. And after do, you use what? Bare verb. Bare verb. Bare verb means what? Verb without s, es, is, d, ing, like that. So only verb without anything else. It's called what? Bare verb. Do, bare verb, and object or complement. Like this. Look at this example here. Do plus bare verb plus object or complement. Like this. Do come on time. Do come on time. So remember here, when you use do plus bare verb plus object or complement, it is stronger than must and should. You know how strong must and should is, but when we use emphatic sentence in this structure, it is stronger than must and should. Do come on time means there is no other option. You have to come on time. Do respect elders. It is a very important order. Do respect elders. And do walk on the morning. Do walk on the morning. Do study hard. Do study hard. Remember, when you want to use emphatic sentences, you have to show the emphasis on one specific word. Here we use on what? On do. When you pronounce do, you have to show that you put emphasis there. Do come on time. So you pronounce it with emphasis, and you stress the do. Do respect elders. Do walk on the morning. Do study hard. So when the person hear you, they should be able to recognize where you put the emphasis. The second way, we use subject plus do, does, did plus bare verb plus object plus dot. It is like present simple tense, but we use here what? Do, does, did. Remember, like this example. It is like we say, for example, Ali speaks Farsi. Oh my God, Farsi in the class. Ali speaks Farsi in the class. So when you want to change it to emphatic sentence, you are a little bit unhappy, and we put here what? Does. Ali does speak. So when we use does, so we don't use anymore the s after the speak. We say, Ali does speak Farsi in the class, and we are unhappy about that. So does is used to show here what? Present. Does is used to show emphatic sentences, but the structure is what? Present simple tense. Sometimes you might see this kind of sentences and you might say, oh, the person might not able to recognize that in present simple tense we don't use helping verb. Remember, it is not helping verb, it is just used to show what? Emphatic sentence. Ali does speak Farsi in the class. Okay. When we use this structure, we use it when someone defends from him or herself or somebody else. When you are, for example, the teacher here say, the teacher doesn't, the student say, the teacher doesn't teach us all days. The teacher doesn't teach us all days. And I hear you say about the teacher like this, and I say, no, I do teach you every day. No, I do teach you every day. So I put a stress on the do, but to show emphasis here. Here, you don't help them. I say you guys, you don't help them. And now you counter, defend from yourself. You say, what? I do help them. I do help them. So you put a stress on do and you change it to emphatic sentence here. And some students are late every day. Some students are late every day. And you say, yes, yes, but Roya does come every day. But Roya does come every day. So we put does here to show emphasis about what? About Roya. So when you want to put do, does, or did, or in past simple tense, for example, you say, you forgot your homework. You forgot your homework. You say, no, I did my homework. No, I did my, so no, it is not emphatic sentences. I say you didn't bring your homework. You said, no, I did brought my homework, or I did bring my homework, like this. So when you use did, remember that we don't use anymore the second form of verb. So we just change that one and we put did also there. I did bring my homework. It means I brought my homework. The third structure is subject plus do, does, did plus be plus complement. So look at here. Look at the example. I do be in the class at 9 a.m. She does be at home. So remember, when we remove do, does from these sentences, still it gives us meaning. For example, I say I be in the class at 9 a.m. Or you say I am in the class. I am in the class at 9 a.m. But or second example, she is at home. Or the third one, he does be at the office. When we remove does, we say he is at office. But when we change it to emphatic sentences, we use this one. I do be in the class at 9 a.m. She does be at home. He does be at office. I want you guys to make example for this structure. Make example now and send it to the chat box. A little faster, guys, please. Make example for this structure and put it in the file in chat box. She does study. No, for this structure. Remember, do, does, did, be. Do, does, did, be. So you have to use be. So the first example you made is okay, good, but it is not for this structure. It is for the second structure. Hurry up, guys, please, faster. I do be a strong enough. That's good. That's a good example. Okay. Let's go to the second one, the fourth way. So there is another way to make emphatic sentences. We use subject plus modal auxiliary verb and object plus dot. Now, Ali, your example is also okay, but it was not for the structure I have asked. Anyway, it's okay, no worries. Let's focus on here. Subject plus modal auxiliary plus verb plus object. I told you that modal auxiliary verb is like what? Like may, might, will, would, shall, should, can, could. They are modal auxiliary verb. So sometimes we can use modal auxiliary verb also to show emphasis, like this one here. You really must see this film. You really must see this film. It means you have to watch it. It works. Look at this example. Is this because you can't speak English? So we say someone else. Is this because you can't speak English? And he says, I can speak English well. I can speak English well. So here we made model auxiliary verb to show what? To show the emphasis. Here, you will see how I respond him. You will see how I respond him. So when you pronounce will, it should be with stress. Or look at this example. She must work. She must work. So we put stress on must. He will work. He will work. Why he says he can't work? He will work. Remember, when you use modal auxiliary verb to show emphatic, so you're not gonna use the abbreviation form or the shortened form of that. Usually we are able sometimes in speaking or in writing to use the shortened form or abbreviation form of them. For example, you say, I can't speak in the class. I can't speak in the class. Remember here we used can't, the abbreviation form of what? Cannot. But when you want to show us, the emphatic or emphatic sentence, you cannot use I can't speak in the class. Usually you can say I cannot speak. So you just use the full form of the verb. I cannot speak. So here you say that you're unable. So a little bit with you show the emphasis on that. Okay. So next way is emphatic do with F clause. So also you're able to make emphatic sentences with F clause. Like this. If you look at her, she starts abusing. If you look at her, she starts abusing. که طرفش سعی کنی چی شروع میکنه؟ دشنام دادن و ناراحتی خود نشان میده. If. So you put a stress on F here. If Ruya comes here, she starts backbiting. If Ruya comes here, she starts backbiting. Another one here. If he comes, I will tell him. If he comes, I will tell him. So you put a stress on if. The other one. If she accepts, I will invite her. If she accepts, I will invite her. So here also you use if clause, but you are trying to show emphasis on this sentence. Remember, the stress comes on if on this kind of sentences. And the last one, passive voice of emphatic sentences. So if you have problem in passive voices, so pay attention to the basic classes we have studied, or we teach passive voice on basic, base 2 specific. If you have problem in passive voice, you can just go there and practice that. So if you're okay, passive voice of emphatic sentences also like a normal sentence. Look at this example. He does and does every day. When you want to change it to passive voice, as is object becomes subject here, and does is changed to do because our subject is we here, and be is used just because we usually use be plus be plus past participle in passive voice. Be insulted every day by him. He does insult us every day. So here we put a stress on does. But in the second sentence, we say, we do be insulted every day by him. So here we put a stress on do. We do be insulted every day by him. Or this example, she does wash the dishes every day. And the other one, it is active voice, it is the passive voice of this example. The dishes do be washed by her. The dishes do be washed by her. So here we put also the do as emphatic word. The project should be delivered by today. This is only passive voice. The project should be delivered by today. So here we use should as a model to show emphasis. Another one, the students will be punished for what they did. Students will be punished for what they did. Here also we put a stress on the will to show emphatic sentence. Okay, guys? So we had 6 ways for making emphatic sentences, but remember here, when this structure is used, it is not emphatic. It is not emphasis like this. He does his job. He does his job. It is not, it doesn't show any emphatic sentences. It is like present simple tense. It's normal sentences. His job is done by him. She does her homework. Her homework is done by her. So all of these structures doesn't show us any emphatic or emphasis. So practice different ways for showing emphasis and using emphatic sentences. And I expect you guys that you have to be able, while you are speaking in next classes and next time and in the future, you must be able to use emphatic sentences correctly during your speaking and talking. And so when you are using the emphasis sentences, it affects on the listener while you are speaking. So yeah, they are so important while you are talking and you are speaking. And remember to make examples for each of them. Make example for each of them, and also I will put for you guys exercise also. Just answer them and check it, answer them, and practice it a lot. So I want you to know everything about emphatic sentences. Okay, that's over for today. If you have any questions, just put in chat box. And if you don't have any question, also have a good day and night. And yeah, see you guys.